Welcome, in front of me is a OPPO A52, and today I'll show you a couple of tweaks and tricks that you can do on this device. Now, starting off, we're going to begin with the smart sidebar, which it actually looks like it's already enabled, I think. Let me just, yep, there it is. So as you can see, you have this smart sidebar, which you can edit, add some apps to it and shortcuts if you want to, and you can quickly access them basically from anywhere. So well, I barely can see it right here, but there is a faint little bar. It's about from here up to here. Now on a different wallpaper it might be a little bit easier to spot it rather than this one, which basically blends into the wallpaper. Quickly see if I can maybe find a different wallpaper. If I can actually tap somewhere where I don't have icons. There we go. Oh, there we go. So immediately you can see that this one looks, you can actually see it right here. Now to get it enabled, if it's not, what you want to do is go into the settings, and from here we're going to go into convenience, convenience tools right here. You have the smart sidebar and simply just enable it from here. Now you also have the floating bar or opticality, so you can make it almost transparent or opaque, which you can see now it's basically solid color, or you can make it even more invisible than it was previously. As you can see now it's fairly invisible. I can barely see it on this wallpaper, so yeah. And what else can we do in here? Hide floating bar on full screen apps, so you can hide it if you're entering full screen apps, like settings as an example. And now this option is completely up to you. Now moving on to the next one, it's going to be the navigation buttons. Now I believe by default it opts into giving you the gesture navigation, which if you're not a fan of it, you can change it to the virtual buttons, which will bring up the old style buttons. And also you can switch it around where the back end recent button is, so you can just flip the sides of it. And yeah, that's about it. Now I genuinely prefer the gesture navigation, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. So let's leave this and move on to the next tweak, which is the split screen. Now there's a couple ways you can launch split screen. You can do it there we go. Now we can do it by either going to recent, as I am right now, and tapping on the two dots and going to split screen, but honestly this takes a little bit too much time in my opinion, a little bit too many steps there. So I'm going to show you a little bit of an easier way. Number one, launch an app that you want to have open in split screen as a app on top. So I'm going to go with YouTube as an example, then with 3 fingers swipe up, and bam, we are now in split screen. And from here you can open up any kind of other app that you wish to split screen with. Now keep in mind that not every app is supported, so you might encounter apps that will quit the split screen and open up in full screen. As an example, if I can actually go back, there we go. If I open up, I'm pretty sure camera is not supported, but we can test it out. Yep, there we go. So as you can see, camera isn't supported in split screen, so it automatically quits it. So there will be apps like that which will just literally close out split screen, but the apps that are supported will work more flawlessly. And you can do it with just simple 3-finger swipe up, and it divides it, and then you can open up other app. Now benefit of having actually YouTube and split screen is the fact that you can listen to music, watch videos while not being locked into the app, so you can do also other stuff on your device. So highly recommend this. Now to close it, let me just make it full screen and then close it. Now moving on to the next one, it's just a simple dark mode. Makes the device theme dark, which that includes basically every kind of light area being dark. And you can see that there's a quick toggle right here in the notification panel. Simply tap on it, it does this animation, and we're now in dark mode. As you can see, notification panel is dark, but it extends further to apps as well. So settings, dark, default apps, dark as well. Messages, browser. So all the default apps that come pre-installed with the device will now be in dark mode. Even things like Play Store. Now, not every app will be supported by this, so keep that in mind. Primarily apps that you will download might not be supported by it. This is more due to the fact that the creator of an app didn't add support to it. So if you're looking for some kind of dark mode for an app that is, for instance, in light mode while everything else is dark, that is more to do with the creator of it rather than the phone. And moving on to the last thing that I want to show is the game space. Now this is solely for the people that actually play games on the device. On here you will find the game space app. As you can see right here, the star icon right here, and I believe it's also visible in the settings. Now let me quickly see if I can find it. There we go, game space. And then here you have a couple options. So number one, hide game icons on home screen. Really like this option personally. Basically, if you have a bunch of games like I have right now installed here, as you can see there's crap load of them here, you can literally relaunch game space and actually add games, and the games that are added to the game space will disappear from home screen. So let me just quickly add majority of them. And there we go. So as you can see now we have added a bunch of them, and if we quit this, there we go, as you can see the screen is basically empty now, and there is no more games visible on the home screen, and they are only accessible through this app now, assuming you don't disable the setting right over here. If you all disable this, then if we leave they should be back here. Oh, there we go. It just takes a second for it to show up. So as you can see, you can bring them back if you want to, but personally I prefer to hide them. And also, apart from that, apart from hiding them, you have the option, like pulling this up, so you have lock brightness, really nice option. Not sure if you ever encountered this, but you're using your device and you just, I don't know, you're in your room, a little bit of a cloud comes in, blocks a little bit of sunlight, and your device decides to get darker. It's kind of, in my opinion, really annoying. This will lock it. And then automatically adjust resolution, just automatically adjust screen resolution to save power. So some games that probably don't require much resolution, they will be scaled down to the game's resolution just to save the battery. And also there's a couple additional things like the battery. It shows you how much more game time battery you have. Just a simple info, but the fun part here is the notifications. So you can block notifications, reject calls, block calls and banners, and allow calls and notifications. So choose whichever one you want. Basically, it's a do not disturb mode just for gaming, and it's automatically enabled once you launch the game from here, so you don't have to do anything. You basically enter the app, launch something, and all the settings that are right here will automatically be enabled. So it really simplifies this experience. But this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I want to share, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.